Good morning. My name is Kendra Banning. I am the Division Manager of our Electronic Commerce Division. Next slide, please. I'm sure that many of you know this, but for those that may not, MEF, or Modernized eFile, is a web-based system developed by the IRS in partnership with tax professionals and software vendors to support electronic filing. The Electronic Commerce Division is responsible for implementing and maintaining the Modernized eFile process for both individual and business income taxes. That means that each year our division reviews the schemas and makes any necessary changes for the upcoming year. These changes are derived from analyzing reject reasons from prior years and incorporating any changes made necessary due to legislative and form changes. Our goal is to make as few changes as possible while continuing to improve on the product that is offered by IDOR. Once our updates are complete, we publish the schemas for software vendors to begin their work in developing and updating their programs. The final product of their work is what tax professionals and taxpayers use to submit their returns. If you are buying or downloading a tax preparation solution, it is being supported by the MEF process. Next slide, please. For business income taxes, or BIT for short, returns, MEF is IDOR's only electronic source for return filing. In 2022, we received 613,862 electronic returns via MEF. For individual income tax returns, or IIT for short, despite offering a free option on our website, MEF still remains the primary source for electronic returns received, taking in 99% of all electronic returns. Overall, that represents 90% of total IL 1040 returns received each year. In 2022, that represented 5,507,810 electronic returns received via MEF. Next slide, please. Each year, we plan to open the filing season with the IRS. So for this year, BIT filing season opened on January 12th. Through BIT MEF, we accept 1120s, 1120 STs, 1065s, and 1041s, along with their supporting schedules. Each season, we go through a process to approve software vendors to ensure they meet the Illinois MEF standards. This year, there are 20 vendors, although some create multiple products, so there are offerings above and beyond that. However, it is important to recognize that particular products may not support all tax forms, so be mindful when selecting your software. So far this season, we have received 244,791 returns via BIT MEF. On the BIT side, many of these are still prior year returns. When MEF returns are submitted, they are either accepted and processed or rejected based on the business rules set in the Illinois schema. As returns come in, we review the reasons why returns are being rejected. Rejecting a return means that it is somehow not in compliance with the rules in the schema. It is designed this way to ensure that returns coming in via an electronic source are in the best condition possible for processing, thus expediting processing and requiring less outreach to taxpayers. Since opening in January of this year, the rejection rate for BIT returns is 2.56%, which is in line with prior year rates. Within those rejected returns, the primary issues we're seeing relate to the IL 2220 and the schedule NLD. The 2220 had significant changes from last year, and it was added to the partnership and S corporation returns for tax year 2022. The schedule NLD was reintroduced into MEF this year after being retired for 2 years. Because of these reasons, it is not unexpected that they are the primary reject reasons for this season. We will continue to monitor rejections throughout the year to ensure that MEF process is operating smoothly. Next slide, please. We follow a similar routine for individual income tax returns. Our goal, again, is to open with the IRS each year, so January 23rd was opening day this year. In addition to the original 1040 return, this will be our first full season of offering the IL 1040X amended return. We initially opened up this option in MEF in July of 2022, but we only had 3 vendors incorporating that option into their products at that time. However, for this season, we have 33 total vendors approved, and 17 of them will be offering the amended option. Since opening day, we have received 2,959,789 returns. Unlike BIT, this represents 2022 returns only. However, we do still accept MEF prior tax year returns for 2020 and 2021. The overall rejection rate so far for IIT is 5.9% of returns. The primary reasons for these rejections are shared secrets and Schedule ICR property tax number information. Shared secrets are used as the electronic signature for online returns. So if you're using TurboTax or H&R Block Online, etc., that is the required information to serve as your signature. The use of incorrect shared secrets by taxpayers consistently ranks as the #1 reason for rejects every season. For property tax number information, commonly referred to as the property PIN issues so far this year, we found one software issue that we worked with the vendor to correct. This is one of the reasons why we monitor rejections so closely. Other issues with the PIN were common problems seen in prior years, like inserting the house number or street address rather than the PIN. We establish as many edits as possible to prevent these errors, but the variation in PIN construction across the state makes it more difficult to assist on this item, so be mindful of that. Overall, we have had a successful start to this filing season with MEF, and we look forward to continuing to see strong numbers for the remainder of the season.